we're back down at the allotment this morning. We're just here at the onion bed. I'm not sure if birds have gotten into it because there's quite a lot of feathers around. You can see quite a lot of feathers like here and this bit, here and this bit, and there's a large hole here as well. So I'm not sure if they were in this bed kind of having a party by the looks of it. So we'll just clear out this. And hopefully nothing's been too affected. It doesn't look like any of them have been pulled out. They are still looking a bit worse for wear, but Dee said they should bounce back once the weather gets nicer. Although for the rest of this week it does say we are due to have more rain. It is kind of spitting at the moment, but it's not too bad. You can see the beans have started to come up now. We might have to take off the grill or see if there's another one that's a bit higher, like one of the domed ones that we've got over the strawberries, to put over it to still protect it from the birds. So we'll see how they get on. They are starting to get a bit taller. I think Dee was expecting them to have come up a lot more from when he planted them before he left, but I think where the weather's been so wet they haven't really had a chance to grow up properly, because some of them did rot and some of them were pulled out when me and cameraman came before in one of the previous videos. The strawberries look like they're starting to come up now. As you can see, there's a lot more green leaves in there, especially on this side. There's a lot more green. I did move over some of like the strawberries, the little ones that were dried up, just into the middle of the bed, just so that the seeds would kind of come out into the bed and hopefully cross through and just fill up the bed a lot more. So hopefully that will be all covered with strawberries, but we'll see what happens. The shard is starting to come back up now. From where we had to cut it back quite a lot, it's coming back. Something is still eating it, so we'll have to see if we can get something else to put in the bed to deter the slugs and or caterpillars from getting into the bed. The garlic that was planted, that's coming up. This one looks healthier than most of the others that were planted earlier. There's a few weeds in the bed. Just take those out. You can see how far down they go. They've got like some really strong roots, these weeds. So we'll have to dig those out properly. But they should be fine because they're still coming up. I'm not sure if they'll actually split though, because last time we had quite a lot of singular bulbs, so they might stay singular. This is where the chocho was. I don't know if Dee's gonna build another trellis or probably make it wider or stronger. I have seen online that people like grow tomatoes up these kind of A-frame trellises, so that might be a better option for him, because I know he did put them in the buckets before, but they didn't really grow properly. So we'll see what he decides to do when he comes back. For the purple sprouting broccoli, as you can see, that's still being eaten by something. When we looked in like the debris, there was a lot of slugs and a lot of worms in between, so they must be having a feast. These ones are still growing up. They haven't got very big yet, but they are still growing, so we'll leave those for now and see what happens. I'm not sure if the trunks of them are supposed to grow in a strange direction, or if you need to stake them, or if they need to be in a deeper bed, or maybe they're not even supposed to get so long. If you've had any experience with purple sprouting broccoli, please let us know in the comments. Got some more garlic round in this bed. As you can see, this isn't doing too well for the leaves, but they should spring back up again hopefully as the weather warms up. There's quite a lot of yellow. I don't know if some have been taken up because it looks like some might have been missing there, unless D didn't plant any there. He just kind of planted them randomly. Some of them look like they're in rows, but then when you see new sprouts coming up, they're in between. This is where the spring onions were. You can see some new shoots coming up. But as I said, where the weather's been quite wet, they've been affected by that. The elephant garlic, that's still doing fine. Even still now, there's new shoots coming up. Got one here, a few in the back there, one just here. So I'm not sure why they've kind of staggered their growth times. Could have been maybe had all that frost that came down and it just blocked them from coming up. But it looks like they're starting to come through now. So we'll have a lot of elephant garlic if the other ones don't work out. Hopefully they actually split and they don't just grow in singular bulbs. Just going through into the polytunnel. Oh, there's quite a lot of flies in here. So we might have to get something to go in here to deter the flies. Where it's also quite humid in here as well. So it's quite steamy now. But as you can see, the carrots, they're doing a bit better. I put down some cinnamon last week on top of where it was looking mouldy, and that seems to have helped to clear some of the mould away. There is still some there. A lot of spiders around as well, so I don't know if they're just regular spiders. Hopefully they're not spider mites, because I think that's what might have gotten to the dragon fruit. But we'll just keep the door open for now whilst we do some clearing up, so it just kind of airs out in here. The temperature clock is broken, so not sure what happened with that, if it just got too hot. You can see some algae growing on there now. But the carrots are finally starting to look like they're coming through. As you can see, the leaves are starting to change. So they should be okay. I have been looking online at like companion planting and see that you can plant like marigolds with them and nasturtiums with certain vegetables. So we'll have a look into what seeds Dee has at home and what we can plant with different things to help deter the flies and keep the vegetables and fruits healthy. As you can see, the chilies, they're not doing too well, so Dee did say he's probably going to restart those. The Scotch bonnet, that's still green at the moment. I'm not sure why that one's a lot healthier than all the other ones, but we'll see what happens as the months go on. As I said, he can get the plants quite easily, so that's not a problem. There are a lot of cobwebs in here, so I'm not sure if it's just regular spiders or spider mites. Dee might have to order some more of the diatomaceous earth so that we can just put on the top of the beds to get rid of any of the mites and just get rid of any of the eggs that come up if there are any pests in here. As you can see, a lot of flies buzzing around. There's a lot of algae on top of these. This is where the ginger was, so Dee might want to replant some more ginger. We'll see what he says. I think they've just gone so green where it's been quite humid in here at the moment, because we've only come in once a week at the moment, so they're not getting a lot of airflow. So we'll have to see if there's something that we can look into. I don't think he's found anything at the moment that can put in a vent in here just to circulate some air through. As you can see, there's a lot of algae, even on the floor is all green. So when he comes back, he just said he was going to clear out in here and just go through, clean up the walls, clean up the floors, clean up the beds, and decide what he wants to plant. So we're just going to go around and dig out some weeds and check on the rest of the plants outside, and we'll be back with you. Hi everyone, so we've gone through, we've just taken out all the weeds from the beds. We just put down some more stuck pellets near the top. So that's it for us today. There's not much for us to do at the moment as it's still not quite planting season. We're just got to head to see if the allotment shop is open, and Dee wants us to get some potatoes. He's looking to grow some King Edwards and Maris Piper to use for jacket potatoes, as all the other potatoes he's tried growing haven't really been that successful, so hopefully get some larger ones. If you have any tips for growing potatoes, please let us know in the comments. We'll be really grateful for that, and we'll see you all in the next video. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.